folding bicycle. Although the lengthy ride home would not be fun, it was the safest option. A sturdy boot shove was not quite enough to persuade the body to turn over into its earthy compartment below, so Ryan crouched down, rearranging the limbs into the recovery position, a small smile emerging at the irony as the figure rolled and disappeared out of sight. Darkness made it impossible to see the dishevelled body that now lay at the base of the cavity, but Ryan flicked on the head torch again, the need for confirmation taking over. The bastard's arms had flailed during the fall, his face now covered by a forearm. The degree of satisfaction that pervaded Ryan's mind was sadly short-lived. The screeching of car tyres nearby provoked an uncontrollable wave of panic, of shaking hands, of mentally preparing for cold metal cuffs slipping on limp wrists. A silence followed. Ryan stayed frozen to the spot, expectant ears waiting for the rumble of footsteps and voices that never came. A muffled whistle sound, and the sound of crunching gears mixed with the sharp noise of a gunned engine brought some relief as a car sped off into the distance. Ryan stumbled downhill towards the dry stone wall edging the woodland, the desire to make sure the coast was clear taking over. From the protective darkness of the trees, it was possible to survey the road from the high banking. There was no sound or movement. A small sense of relief filtered through, until a dark shape on the road suddenly appeared in Ryan's cone of vision. It had to be a deer. Moving to the wall to get a better look, Ryan instead found vague facial features waiting, visible in the moonlight but still not clear enough. The figure's position was right for neither an animal nor a human out for an evening stroll. Scaling the wall and moving closer made it finally possible for Ryan to hear it, the infectious beat emanating from the prone human's earphones. An unconscious woman, dressed in running gear. Crouching, Ryan was unable to look at her face while removing a work glove to check for a pulse. Nothing. Bile threatened to emerge. Ryan stood bolt upright, head upturned to the sky in an attempt to prevent it, concentrating on a particular flickering star in the night sky, until focus returned. Chapter 1. Roused slowly awake from her slumber, she barely recognized the noise that had woken her before she grabbed the offending article from the makeshift nightstand. It was still dark as she fumbled with the touchscreen. "Hello?" she mumbled into the phone. "DC Kate Wolfe." The male voice on the other end had a caffeine-induced sharpness to it. "Yes?" Her mind came into focus. "DCI Taylor has requested you at a scene. The address is—" "What? I don't officially start till next week." "Don't kill the messenger. It's 14 Morley Lane, on the outskirts of Warner." The phone disconnected in her ear. Kicking off the duvet, she scrambled for the lamp switch, knocking the Blackstone's police manual to the floor. She dug around in the box next to her for a pen and envelope to write the address she'd just been given. Sitting down on the edge of the bed, she tried to recall the information she'd compiled on her new boss. Detective Chief Inspector Helen Taylor had worked in Manchester CID until 7 years ago. She'd made a name for herself working several high-profile murder cases and one child abduction. Being a city girl herself, it made no sense to her why anyone would want to transfer to a back-of-beyond town like Warner. Not that it wasn't picturesque in its own way, but it wasn't the city life she was used to. Close to the borders of Cheshire and Shropshire, Warner had a population of barely 6,500 people. It sat in the shadow of the Craven and Pendle Hills. The natural resources of the surrounding area had dictated the industries of the town, with mines providing materials for salt glazing in the potteries. A limestone quarry supplied local and national construction projects. New developments had increased the size of the town in the 1960s.